I am here to talk to you about how to upload stuff to your digital portfolio. I know there have been a lot of questions. I'm going to try to keep this simple and let's see what happens. So right now I'm going to do a quick explanation for if I want to upload some evidence to my interpersonal speaking sample. This means that I'm having a conversation with one or more people. I am not writing a script ahead of time. It's happening in the moment. I am not using my vocabulary list. So that's what an interpersonal speaking is. The very first thing I'm going to do is click on the descriptions because I want to figure out what is my proficiency level. Am I aiming for novice low, novice mid, novice high, intermediate low, intermediate mid, intermediate high? Where am I in this whole thing? So I'm going to open up that link and I'm going to say to myself, where are you in this interpersonal speaking thing? And I'm going to keep saying that to myself while I wait for the page to load slowly. Hello, page. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm going to look over this and say, okay, hey, I can do all this stuff in this novice low section. I feel pretty good about that. How about novice mid? I can greet and leave people in a polite way. I can do all of these things. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I feel pretty good about myself and my Spanish skills. Let me keep going. At novice high, I can exchange some personal information. I can ask, hey, I think I'm going to aim for this one. So my goal is to describe myself as novice high in my interpersonal communication. Now I'm going to go back to my website, which is not this page. Make sure you go back to your website. Oh, here it is. Esther McGuire, this is for you. Do you like my sparkles that I put in the background? So I've just determined that I am a novice high interpersonal speaker. So I go into my editing mode. There's the editor. This is what it should look like. In order to make sure that my teacher, my class, and I know that I have already accomplished this and I'm not going to put anything in, I'm going to select the text in this box and I'm going to set the background to light gray. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Select the text, set the background. This highlights my text. I'm going to set it to light gray. And this just says I am setting my baseline proficiency level as novice high. So here's the fun thing. I made a recording for you. Here's my Google Drive. I have a sample portfolio folder in here. Let me open that up and take a look. Ah, what is this? It's a sample audio and video something or other. What's on there? Oh, I was so organized in my pre-midterm planning time that I have created. I created a video of myself. Actually, I'm so lame that I had a conversation with my imaginary friend. So don't judge me. And let's not listen to that right now. We can listen to it later. You'll get the idea. But suffice it to say that I have a link here that I'm going to use on my Google site. Now, let me just acknowledge that it is hard to do this on the iPad. And if you want to take the time to do it at home on a computer or a laptop, you may do that. I'm going to copy that link, Command C, or whatever your iPad does. Now I have that link copied. I'm going to go back to my site this is where I'm going to place that link. After a little bit of testing, you cannot just copy and paste a YouTube link and hope that it will be active. It's not going to work. So what I want you to do, select the text and then title the text according to, give it a short description. What did you do in that interpersonal speaking conversation? In my case, I had a conversation with my imaginary friend about our families. It was really bad. So I've changed the box to reflect, or the text in the box now tells what I did. And it's okay if this part is in English. If you would like to write it in Spanish, then yes, do it. I love it. But again, I want this to be public. I want you to be able to share this with whomever you want to. So for this part of the site, if you want to label that in English, it's just fine with me. Now I need to turn it into a link. So I'm going to go ahead and select that text. On the iPad, you just need to tap your finger on one of the words and hold it, and it will select just the word, and then you take those little blue buttons and drag them so that all of the text is selected. See this button up here? This is the button that I will use to turn what is selected here into a link, and this button exists on the iPad screen as well. So I'm going to click here. Make sure, this is really important, Abby White, this one's for you. Make sure that you are linking this to a web address. It will not, just don't do the sites page, web address, okay? Now I'm going to paste my YouTube link right in there. I like my personal preference is to open the link in a new window. Other people may have different preferences, and it's not a big deal. Okay. Now, I'm going to save this, and I want to make sure that it worked the way I was expecting it to work. So I'm going to click on this. Now that it's saved, this is the preview mode. This is what it will look like to my audience. And my link, oh, hey, my link is active. I'm going to click on that link and dun 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 dun, prepare for nerdiness. Here is my conversation. This is a novice high interpersonal speaking task that I will be having with myself and my imaginary friend, Carlita. We are going to talk about... Anyhow, you get the idea, and that's how I would add a link to my interpersonal speaking. I hope that's helpful. In the next segment, we'll talk about presentational speaking.